Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing the maiden run of the Team Associated Mt8. We're using a Wolfpack Reedy 4S 4000 35C battery. I got the GPS installed here on the back. We are zeroed out here on the GPS. I've got it recording a peak speed, so we're gonna do a couple high-speed passes, see how it does here on the street, and then check in on that GPS and see what kind of speeds we're getting. So without further ado, let's get it. Willie's on command. That's always good. Definitely gonna have to adjust that wheelie bar though and lower it a little bit, because we did flip over earlier and we don't want to scuff the body up too bad on the first run. So far guys, the handle's pretty good. Steering trim is tuned in pretty nicely. We're centered out. We are getting some ballooning in those tires, but that's typical. It's not too bad. Handles pretty well here on the street. That's full throttle. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and bring it in. Again guys, we are recording a peak speed here on the GPS. We started off at 0, so let's see what kind of speed we got. So far, we're hitting 42 miles an hour, which is not bad, but keep in mind guys, we are using a 4S battery. I haven't had a chance to get around and get a 6S yet. The Mt8 comes with DIN connectors, and I don't have a charger that can support that, so I may have to get a charger when I get the battery, and or switch out the connections. Handles really well though guys, pretty dialed in, pretty good on fast speed straightaways here on the street. Not too bad. Full throttle all the way down. Let's go ahead and check in on that GPS again and see what kind of speeds we're getting. .43 miles an hour so far for our top speed. Not too bad for the size of this truck. It is rated as a 1/8 scale truck, but I would say that this truck is pretty much the same size as the Max original. Not too bad guys. Not too much chassis wag you would expect from a monster truck this size, so it handles pretty well in that regard. I gotta say guys, I'm impressed. And even though we're out here in the sun running this truck, those LEDs are pretty bright. Definitely gonna have to adjust that wheelie bar. It's set all the way up, stock out of the box, and that's just a little too high. You're gonna flip over like that if you don't lower it down just a little bit. It was gonna happen guys. We were gonna christen that body one way or another on the first run, but we didn't damage it too bad, doesn't look like. Handles pretty well. Let's check in again on that GPS. So it looks like 43 miles an hour guys is going to be our top speed here on the street with the GPS. We are recording a peak speed, so no maiden run would be complete without taking this bad boy off-roading on the ramp. Let's get it. Ooh, Willie's on command guys. Handles pretty good on road and off. Let's see how it does here on the ramp. truck backflips, guys, with ease. I mean, I'm giving it minimal throttle in the air and it's just taking care of the rest pretty much. I can probably squeeze out some double backflips, but I had a really bad crash a minute ago and we damaged the body pretty good. We busted holes through here up the back, so that's going to be a weakness, guys, with this body, where these body clips are at. This back part right here, we kind of tore through it with these body clips when we landed wrong a minute ago. But other than that, the truck is holding up pretty good. So let's hit a couple more jumps here on the ramp. Corrects nicely in the air. I mean, that was a one-handed backflip pretty much right there, guys. I'm liking it. The Mt8 is pretty good. I think it was worth the wait. Got the big plush tires there to land nicely. We're not bottoming out when we land hard. The only weakness I can see so far, guys, like I said, is the back of that body. Depending on how you land, you may tear holes through it like I did. I tried to squeeze out a double backflip and almost hit a triple and landed upside down. That's something you don't want to do on a ramp jump. But it is what it is. We can always replace the body. As long as the main components are working like they should, which they are, I'm satisfied. Whew. We did have one disconnection with the battery when we jumped it too, so that may be an issue. Not too big of a deal, but if that happens to you, just be aware of it, especially when you're jumping it here. Ooh, we did not land solid on that one. Overall, guys, I'm pleased with the Team Associated Rival Mt8. I gotta say though, it doesn't handle as good as the MT10 on straightaways, but the MT10 had front and rear sway bars, so that may have something to do with it. But other than that, it's an awesome truck. Looks like we may have unplugged the battery again, like I was telling you guys on that hard landing. But I've had some Armas do that to me too, so it's not that big a deal. Definitely gonna have to replace this body. This is gonna be our bashing body from now on. All the components seem to be holding up pretty good. We actually hit the switch and turned it off. We didn't unplug the battery that time. We hit the switch here in the center. Could have been by the way we landed or whatever. And it looks like our motor wires came out of this hole there. But that ain't a big deal either. We can just slide those under there. Our motor is running a little hot here to the touch, but it looks like we haven't broken anything on our jumps here. So it was a successful maiden. Everything out of the box, guys, seems to be trimmed and set up nicely. One thing I will have to do is lower this wheelie bar because it's all the way up, or almost all the way up in the up position. And when doing a wheelie, it's going to be real easy to flip this thing over. I've done it a couple of times. We did scuff up the body pretty good here. And again, we tore a hole here in the back. That's going to be your weak point here on the body, guys. Depending on how you land, that's going to be your weak point. But overall, guys, I gotta say, I'm satisfied with the truck. It ran nicely. We hit a top speed of 43 miles an hour with the 4S Wolfpack. That's a 35C 4000 mAh. So we did okay with that battery pack. It's not the fastest truck on 4S. The Max Original will smoke this truck on 4S. So, because we hit a top speed with the Max, I think around 53 miles an hour, I want to say, in my past video. So the Max will smoke this truck stock. But we're not going to give up on it yet as far as speed goes. We are going to look into getting that 6S battery, and we'll do another speed run in a later video to see just how fast we get it going. But overall, guys, I'm impressed. Handles nicely on the ramp. Handles pretty good on straightaways on the street. Has a decent top speed. This truck is very heavy. I want to say it's a little bit heavier than the Max. It seems that way, you know, with the aluminum chassis and all that. But overall, guys, I give it a thumbs up. So that's all I got for this video. I appreciate you watching. If you like what we do here on the channel, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.